What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today is going to be trying to sort of be the first day where I start trying to get a heap of content together again, like I've been trying to tell you guys. I'm not really sure at this stage whether I should start just trying to release daily content as often as I can, or whether to keep on that sort of 3 videos a week. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, whether you would rather me do sort of daily content as much as I can, or whether you'd rather just keep it to 3 a week so that it sort of continues on for longer. But anyway, today, as a recurring theme for the start of these videos, going to be starting by heading to Dan's to pick up the VL. For those of you who saw the Lakeside video, he did pop a Welsh plug out of the front of the head. So there's a little bit of work now to do to the VL. Again, gonna have to sort that Welsh plug out. As well as he wants a new 4-inch stainless intake made. So I've got a heap of welding gear that I picked up this week. Stocked up on a fair bit of stuff again, so can try and make him a bit of a 4-inch pie cut intake. He just wants the 4-inch because he's hoping the dose will be a bit of a deeper note. He doesn't like the really high pitched dose that it's got. So that's what's going on today. I don't know if I'll actually get to the VL today, but I'm going to pick it up on the way out. And today there's probably a few things I would like to do to my own stuff that's been just getting pushed aside for months. so much, just because I've been so busy with this VL. It's probably hard for people to gauge that don't really know what goes on, I suppose, outside of these videos. But when I'm not really filming, it's because I'm working. So pretty much for the past 2 months straight, I've either been working or working on the VL, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. So Falcon needs some love, needs some bulbs, for some other things. It desperately needs a service as well, but I don't have oils and filters. I'll have to get that next week, so I won't be able to do it till next week. But my trailer desperately needs some attention. The brakes need adjusting real bad on my trailer. So there's a lot of stuff I've been sort of wanting to do. There's a lot of videos I've been wanting to make as well that I just haven't had time, because every time I go out to do something, the VL ends up out there and I end up busy as until I got to go back to work. So anyway, at this stage, it looks like I've probably finished work until after Christmas. I don't know yet. It depends on if I get called or what the go is. My work's pretty sporadic like that, so not 100% sure, but it looks like I'm going to be able to do a fair bit of car things over the next couple of weeks, so I'm keen to make a lot of good content for you guys. Yet another absolutely freaking boiling day here. It is so hot. I'm getting, I don't know how I'm going to cope with this whole the way the world's heating up, and summers keep getting hotter, because I've never been very good at dealing with the heat. I absolutely hate it. Like, I hate it with a passion. I really don't like heat. So anyway, it's freaking warm. So we'll see how we go when we get out to the workshop. So the VL's still loaded on Dan's trailer from Lakeside. So I've just got to go buy an adapter, 7-pin round to 7-pin flat adapter, so that I can just pick up his trailer out of his shed and just head off. So hopefully his trailer tows pretty well. See how it goes. She's a big thirsty girl, the big workhorse. Bloody hell. It's funny, I actually often get people who are genuinely surprised that I fill up this car with 98 or premium. But to me, like, fuel is massively important. At this stage, I've pulled down, I couldn't even tell you how many motors I've pulled down. You can always tell straight away whether they've been run on clean fuel or absolutely shitty fuel. It's the same as like your human body. If you eat like shit and you're always dehydrated, you're not going to perform very well. As an athlete, you can't perform well if you feed your body absolute like trash, fatty foods. It's the same with an engine. You got to give it good fuel, good oils, keep it clean. So it's massively important to me, even though it's just a workhorse. I run pretty much any car on like the best quality fuel that I can get. If I could, I would run all of my cars on E85, but there's just not enough around. It's not available enough in my area to be able to do that, and I'm always driving massive distances, so I can't really run every car on E85. But yeah, if I could, I would run all my car on alcohol-based fuels, because they're so much cleaner again. So only the best for my baby. Fresh adapter. Ooh. So there we go, towing a different trailer. So Dan wanted me to take his back wheels off so he could take them in to get some more machined off the face of them, just so that they stop hitting the guards. But he's taking his rattle gun with him, so I don't have a rattle gun here, so just have to do it at the workshop. It's a bit windy, sorry guys, which is good because it's, really hot, so a bit of wind's alright. Alright, it is freaking hot out here. So hot. There was a mad storm out here yesterday, which caused like a whole heap of destruction. So yeah, like that tree fell over. There's a few other trees that have fallen over. Wrecked the bonnet on the HJ there. My Sylvia doors in my Crusader bonnet blew over. Apparently one of my Crusaders, the windows and the door is gone. So yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Rex actually got some footage of it. I'll chuck some in here. But anyway, hot as. At the moment, just putting up a little shade over the containers out the back here. Big dome. Some more undercover area to put some cars. Mostly all this Holden stuff. Get it all undercover out of the weather a bit more. It's all the sort of stuff that we have just not had time to do lately, which we're taking time to do now. Not bad. Not bad, little shelter. Oh no. Unbroken Sylvia window. Cressy bonnet. Pain. Anyway, not much you can do about these things. Not much you can do. Also did mean to say that this trailer actually towed really, really well. Quite impressed. It's a pretty cool bit of kit. I'm sure Dan's pretty stoked with it. It's good. I just needed to cool the fuck down. Yeah, just like I bought one, eh?
Not bad.
Just like I bloody bought one. Alrighty, got the VL in to get started on that. I'll start pulling all the crap out of the front of it so we can start pulling all the front crap off and get at this Welsh plug, because you got to get the rear timing cover off, got to get the cam gears off, which means all the timing gear has to come off, which means that front timing cover has to come off, which means the harmonic balancer has to come off, so fans got to come off, radiator's got to come out. So bit of a screw around. It's just a pain in the bum. Anyway, I've got that over in this bay because we've got another customer car arriving tomorrow, which will occupy the hoist area. Starting to get a bit dark, a bit stormy. Ugh, a lot of work for one little Welsh plug. Anyway, righto, so I just made my own marks on the timing belt with all of the timing marks on the everything else on the gears, just because the timing marks on the belt have pretty much worn off. So a lot easier to do this now while it's on there, and then you know it goes back on alright. So there you go, that's the Welsh plug that just popped out.
It's not a small hole, and it's not a small leak.
No. So like I said on the day, guys, we did put as much water as we could back into it after it sort of cooled down a bit and it was just gushing out. That's how we knew it wasn't like a gasket or something, because it was just pissing out. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain that you do have to take the timing backing plate and everything off to get at it. But at the end of the day, if you didn't have this on and it spat that Welsh plug out, it'd spit it out into all the timing stuff, which would be not a very good time at all. So even though it's a pain, you got to get the timing backing plate off. It does serve a purpose, so it is important. Like if this had happened and that plate wasn't on, sure, it'd be easier to get to, but chances are it would have just got sucked into all timing gear and probably potentially bin the whole motor. So anyway, at least it's a pretty easy fix. We'll clean it up inside there and get a new Welsh plug and seal it up with some stag, which is material it's a chemical that sort of seals when it gets hot. And yeah, we'll pop a new one in there for Dan and put it all back together again. Got ourselves a new Welsh plug here. Just cleaning up all the surface corrosion from it having sat for who knows how long.
It's made of gold, so it's worth a lot of money. 24 carat.
Yeah, hectic. Have you VL'd in?
The VL will literally be a rat with a gold tooth. Yeah, that's fucking.
That never smiles.
Let's brought that up really nice.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
That's good.
So this is what we use to actually seal up the Welsh plugs, just called stag, just a jointing paste. And yeah, when it gets hot, it seals it up. So yeah. So we've just cleaned it all up, so it's bright, and just chuck some of this around the edges and tap it in. Tap, taparoo, tap her home.
Yep. Tap.
The oil would be good to go again.
just use that one to get it started. And then you can already, as you can see with how that one got jammed, they do compress in a bit. So now we'll use just a slightly smaller one, just to knock it in all the way home. I'd probably go a little bit further with that one. So you always want to use a socket.
Straight it does.
So you always want to use a socket that's fairly close to being like the outside of the Welsh plug as you can get. Because obviously if you use one that's too small, all it's going to do is just punch the center in, and that can let the Welsh plug actually collapse too much, and you can distort it, and it'll end up with you'll have a Welsh plug that has the potential to pop out, which is massively inconvenient.
As Dan found out the other day.
Yeah, it's not fun.
A lot of work for a 5-minute job at most. So now it's all got to go back on. All of it. Get retimed. So much work, but anyway. I was contemplating like hole sawing a hole in the back of the timing cover so that you could get at the Welsh plug without taking the back of the timing cover off. But as I was saying before, it sort of does serve a purpose in that it stops any of this sort of failure actually getting into the timing stuff, which would be a very, very bad thing to do. So
And number two,
just gonna leave it.
Number two, that Welsh plug's not coming back out.
Yeah, that one's not. Next it'll be, those are oil Welsh plugs, so it probably won't be those two. But
Yeah, well, you can't just go drilling holes and everything so you can get every possible Welsh plug.
anyway, it'll be right. Anyway, time to put it all back together, which you've seen a few times, so I won't bother boring you with that. We are back on. Some water. Warmed up a bit now. Sounding good, looking good. Got a little bit of temp in it. Hasn't popped that Welsh plug back out, which is good. 70 degrees. Righto, so I've just reset the shocks. Just got to tighten up the lock rings. But Dan actually spoke to XYZ, and remember when I set them, I told you guys that because I was worried about how high the perch was with the spring, there wasn't much left for that spring. It would be very easy for it to pop out of the perch if it gave it enough. So for that reason, I adjusted the shocks sort of to the very tip of their stroke, so that the end of the stroke was where it wouldn't let the spring out of the seat. But XYZ recommend that you set the spring height and then you weight up the spring. Obviously you take weight on the diff or put it on the ground, whatever way you want to do. And then set your shocks about an inch further than the mounting points and lock them off there. That's what they recommend. So that's now what I've done, in the hope that, obviously it does make sense that, where the spring takes weight is further up the shock stroke, just to make it a little bit firmer, but it's not going to get us any more height. So anyway, Dan's told XYZ as well that this setup, it's not high enough, and they've requested photos of how it's set up. So I'll take some photos, and then we've got to, get these wheels off so they can go. Dan's getting a bit more machined off the wheels so they clear the guards a bit better. Yeah, so it's getting there. Also got to do a service, but I don't have the oil or filters here. I'll have to get them next week. Anyway, I know I said I wasn't going to start on this until later because I had some other stuff to do today of my own, but because of that storm that rolled in, like a lot of stuff I got to do with the Falcon is get light bulbs and stuff, which I'm going to steal out of the wagon, which would have been down in the rain. So that's why we decided to get stuck into this today. Which is good because we pretty much got it knocked over this afternoon, which is nice. I didn't know if I'd have the right size Welsh plug. That's why I put it in the non-hoist bay, because I thought I wouldn't be able to run it potentially while this other car gets here tomorrow. So that's why I had it in this bay. But just so happened we had the right size Welsh plug, so we got it all knocked over, all done, which is awesome. So it's drivable, movable, so that's good. So yeah, getting there, getting along. Still been a good day. So I grabbed the two stockos from Dan that were together in a pile, assuming that they would be the ones to go on the car because they were the only ones that were together in a pile. and one of them's freaking different. That one's obviously a Holden pattern. And this is the only Ford pattern one, so to get another one from somewhere else to get his wheels off, which is a bloody pain, but anyway. You get that on the big jobs. Right, yo, Dan's wheels are off, ready to go. Got the old trailer smoothie on the back here. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, drop this off the hoist, put it back in the other bay, leave this bay clear for car that's arriving tomorrow. Righto guys, that's going to be it for today, for today's little video. Like I said at the start, I'm not sure whether I'm going to sort of build these up and try and release them 3 times a week, or whether you would rather see it sort of try and do like, you know, maybe 5 a week, 4 to 5 a week, like try and almost do daily content as much as I can possibly get out over sort of the Christmas break. It's up to you guys. Let me know what you think down below. I'm sort of thinking 3 videos a week so I can maintain that schedule. I think it sort of helps with the algorithm a bit, and that way you just don't go at the end where you just have a heap of time with no content. But anyway, I don't mind. I'm happy with whatever. Went to say whatever, and either at the same time it came out whatever. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna make another video tonight, which will probably come out before this video, but I'm not gonna tell you what that's about. And I probably can, because if it's coming out before this one, you will know. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been a pretty successful day. It's been pretty good to get this thing sorted. So only thing left to do now is to send those pictures to XYZ and see what they reckon about them damn coilovers. I don't know what they want to know. Like, I've set it as high as I can on the perch. What else do you want to know? It's not high enough. Welsh plug sorted, so that's good. Hopefully that's all good now and doesn't give us any more trouble. Hopefully we're getting to the pointy end of the drum with this car, but as you all know, with fresh cars, fresh builds, things just happen. You do have teething issues. It is just what happens with them. It happens with every car. Sometimes it takes, like the Cruiser for instance, it took us nearly a year to get the teething issues with the Cruiser sorted to the point now where it's quite a reliable car and doesn't give us any grief. So it's well, still giving us grief, still having fuel pressure issues, but anyway. So anyway, I'll pick up tomorrow again with a new video, and tomorrow morning hopefully get a bit of my own stuff done before I go and pick up this, or we go and get this other customer car we're getting started on. And so yeah, I'll see you on that one. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you soon. Bit of lubrication. Huh? Huh? Aye? Here it is.